bring, no man can say. But one fact is certain. Mankind stands at the crucial crossroads of history, the threshold of a new era, the atomic age. For the people of the U.S., skilled in the uses of science and technology, the atomic age is profoundly significant. Have sought to search out realities, to find the facts, or to listen to men of science, like Dr. Jeremiah Morley, famed geologist, the embattled founder of the now defunct Society to Save Civilization. It was Morley who told a Los Angeles audience that
a series of atomic explosions, either accidental or deliberate, could set off a chain reaction to annihilate every man, woman, and child on the face of the earth. It could cause the death of every living thing. And science has promised us bombs 1,000 times more powerful, poisoning with radioactivity all the air and water of this earth. This could mean not only the end of our own civilization. I have a plan to preserve human life on this planet. I hope you will join with me in carrying it out.
the response to Dr. Morley's appeal was immediate and enthusiastic. The Society to Save Civilization was set up. Morley chose a staff of experts. Dr. Max A. Bauer, eminent geophysicist, ousted by Hitler from the University of Munich in 1933. Dr. James Paxton, metallurgical engineer, twice winner of the McKenna Scientific Award. Joan Lindsay, medical doctor and ardent feminist, who, for her research in biochemistry, was named winner of the annual award by the American Confederation of Women Scientists. Dr. George Coleman, authority on soil conservation. And Andrew Ostengard, sandhog, explosives expert, Marine veteran of World War II. It was this team, qualified each in his own way, that helped set in motion Morley's audacious project, a daringly planned program, which he took 3 months later to the board of directors of the Carlyle Foundation.
And so my colleagues and I believe that humanity can escape annihilation. The interior of the Earth is made up of vast caverns and air pockets, joined by natural avenues leading from the surface.
Natural avenues?
Funnels and fissures. Such a fissure lies within the world's largest extinct volcano at Mount Nelly. That is where we intend to start our journey.
And how would you traverse these thousands of miles?
Dr. Coleman, the perspective drawings, please.
This is a cyclotron.
A what?
It's an amphibious conveyance based on the principles of an ovoidal atmosphere.
A what?
Like a submarine, with the mobility of a tractor. Its head contains a burrowing device, and its walls can withstand extremes of temperature and pressure.
But even with the cyclotram or the atmosphere or the whatnot, how do you know you'll be successful in finding this underground haven?
We don't know, but we must try. There is no other alternative, no other course, no other hope of keeping the spark of life alive.
What a place to spend our last night on Earth.
You sound like we'll all be dead in the morning.
It's a possibility. We stayed here. Speed constant, 2100 RPM. 5 hours and 27 minutes.
Excellent. 33 minutes ahead of our estimated schedule.
We'll make a final check of our position before we enter the crater. There's no reason for us to wait till dawn. We'll proceed into the crater now.
One last look at the Earth.
Yeah. Brother, it's really black out there.
What's the matter?
I don't like it.
Kind of deep down there, isn't it?
We've hit bottom. Rock bottom. Hello, Coleman. Coleman, come in.
Go ahead.
We've reached the end of the channel. Establish our position.
Our depth below mean sea level, 2.6 miles.
The Angstrom Underground Geological Expedition reached this point June 12, 1938, and was was unable to proceed further. Why anyone who follows us should want to go further, we do not know, but we assume that they have good reason for doing so. Good luck.
If Engstrand were living today, he'd know the reason.
The world has changed since 1938.
The world has changed since yesterday. We better get to work.
Look!
That's pressure from the other volcano. We'll have to work this side.
This is it, the point of least resistance. Fuses 1 and 2 set. I wonder what we'll be running into.
We broke it through. The air is fresh and clear. You can take your masks off. How did it all happen? A long time ago. The earth above was covered with water.
When the sea vanished, it left great limestone deposits behind.
Well, keep going. Gas! Gas!
Sounds like running water.
It is running water.
Well, why don't we go through the wall of the cyclotron? No. There's this brother. There's still such a thing as too much water.
It could be an underground sea.
Andy, bring a couple of heavy hammers.
How's the temperature? It's dropping fast.
The outside pressure's dropping too.
Good. Condensation will soon take place.
It's water. Look. Look at it, it's water.
Stones that look like pearls. Fish without eyes. Nature sure a practical joker.
I suppose you could have done better.
10 million years, I couldn't have done worse.
Which way do we go?
He didn't like me any more than I liked him. Yet he saved my life.
It doesn't help brooding over it.
But he died saving my life.
He did what he believed was right.
This must be a continuation of the other river.
No, I think it's just a seepage plummet.
Listen. What's that?
Look.
It's like daylight. It's like a dream after a terrible nightmare.
I think we found it.
We have discovered a vast and radiant cavern deep within the earth. Along the shores of this incredible cave lies a great underground sea, gathering up the waters of the earth. A strange, sunless light is reflected from the phosphorescent dome. The glowing peaks are weathered and sharp, and the gullies deep. The wind is soft, and the climate pleasant. Vapors rise up into the bright dome, forming luminous clouds. And right White says a real estate boom is on. Explorations and surveys of the surrounding area continue. Morley and Thompson have set out toward the southeast to investigate the land and its potentialities.
This is a strange kind of sand.
That's not sand, it's volcanic ash. The ash will make good fertilizer for our crops.
Crops? Let's face facts, Morley. This is a desert. The very word means deserted by life. And you talk about crops.
It can be irrigated. This country has everything. Water, soil, air, heat.
Yeah, you're forgetting one thing, though. No sunlight.
Science can adjust that. Crops can thrive without sunlight.
Perhaps. But can we? You act like you swallowed a canary for breakfast.
This is the day, right?
This is what day?
The day we're expecting the first litter of rabbits.
Well, who's going to pass the cigars around?
You apparently don't realize the importance of it.
Oh, I'm sorry.
By observing the rabbits, we've already learned that they respond to nature basically as we do, as any mammal does. And from their young born today, we can predict how our own young will respond in the new world.
Dr. Morley, Fowler.
Come on.
Well, how many boy rabbits and how many girl rabbits, huh? What's the matter?
They're dead. They're all born dead.
There must be some cause, some biological reason.
We've been searching for causes. Our investigations have been checked, tests rechecked. Examination of genetic tissue proves that all experimental animals born here are sterile. You know what this means?
This new world. A haven for the dead.
This is the end of the line. Now we know that the human race cannot reproduce itself in this underworld region.
It appears our mission is a failure.
Then we can't stay here.
At least one generation could.
And after that, what?
The end of humanity.
That I won't accept.
Neither can you run away from facts.
And I was always afraid I couldn't compete in a man's world. I think I want to go back and try again.
Go back to what? To a world bent on self-destruction? We can live the rest of our lives here in peace.
Morley, you're wrong. This isn't peace. This is a resting place for the living dead. I don't believe it's the end of the world. I don't believe it's the end of mankind.
You're young. You don't know. I've lived through the terrors of 2 great wars. I've had enough. Something's pulling us down.
We're lost.
We're in a blind alley. Ever since we started, we've been in a blind alley.
We can't bury ourselves in the earth and expect to live. Maybe that's the secret. Morley understood.
Strange. We didn't know it before. I used to be afraid of death.
I was afraid of life.
the underground sea.
We found a channel to the upper ocean. Look.
There's life on that island. People.
I feel like I'll live forever.